Hi there, little one. How are you so cute all the time? What are your secrets? What elixirs, what potions, what ointments do you imbibe to remain so cute? Don't be stingy with the secrets. We all want to know. We all want to know. Remembered something that made me laugh. Back in the late 80s, late 1980s, my friend, my friend Joe, who used to live across the street from me most of my life growing up, after the Star Wars movies, like I'm talking after Return of the Jedi, because that was the end of Star Wars movies for my generation. There was a void, and we used to collect the action figures and all that. And so, like, he would say that I collected the Misfit toys, because I would buy anything that would come out, I would end up getting. Well, I wouldn't buy it. They were bought for me. But anyway, for a little bit, my friend Joe and I would head out to Little Tokyo in downtown LA. And there's a mall out there. I think it's still there to this day. And so we'd go to the mall to see what kind of cool toys they might have at this Japanese American mall. So we went in and we found model kits for what was, and I think it still might be, an anime. Gundam is what it's called. And I only bought one model ever, but Joe would keep going back, and he got into Gundam. Anyway, the first time that we went into this little toy shop in this mall, he found a model kit for a Gundam robot that he really liked. And so he was asking the clerk who worked at the shop, what kind of colors would you recommend? What kind of paint colors should I buy to paint my Gundam model? And the kid had a heavy accent, but he was explaining, and he said, he was like pointing at one part of the model, and he goes, this Monza red, and this grumpy white. And so my friend Joe's like, okay, Monza red and grumpy white. Like, grumpy white? Like, okay. So he ended up buying the model. We ended up leaving. And the whole way home, we're figuring Monza red. Like, Monza? I guess like the car, the Monza? Red? But then we were like racking our brains. What is grumpy white? Like, what does he mean by grumpy white? And we couldn't look this up on the internet because there was no internet back then. So we're like, grumpy white. And then finally, finally it hit him what the kid was trying to say. What he was saying the whole time was Grand Prix white. But we both heard grumpy white. And so we just thought it was the funniest thing. And right now, when I was stepping into the other room, I remembered Monza red. And then all of a sudden, grumpy white came into my mind. And I just started laughing. And that's all. And I decided, hey, let me tell this story. At least I find it funny. You may not care for it, but I do. They probably don't even realize it, but I work with a bunch of people with ADHD. But it's okay for me to say it here on YouTube or in general in a video, because they're never going to make it this far in the video to hear me say that. Hey Gogo, how did Catterday treat you? She'd rather not talk. She partied hard today on this Catterday. And she hopes you did too. Thanks for watching.